How's it going, everyone? This is Kevin. Today I'm going to bring along with me to talk about how good the Tamron 35-150 f2 to f2.8 is in low light. So let's jump right into it. So you already saw the little video that I put together using only this lens whenever I went to this little kind of German festival carnival here in town, and I wanted to use it in the low light with some of like the lights from the rides and everything like that, just to see how good it would operate and just to kind of test it out with the Sony A7S III and see how good it was for some photos and video when it came down to it. Now, something that I really want to talk about, obviously straight off the bat, lugging this bad boy around, it is a little bit of a heavier lens when it comes down to it, but I've noticed it, something that I personally like, honestly, is just that despite of the weight of this, it kind of helps me stabilize myself a little bit better when it comes down to some of the footage, despite of shooting obviously in slow motion as I was doing for this video. It's actually pretty cool because with the size of it, it kind of like stabilizes yourself a little bit more when you're filming. So that's just something that I wanted to say in case you were wondering, since I didn't really get to cover too much of the weight in my previous video with this lens itself. So just wanted to kind of say that to you guys. When it came down to using this lens in low light, I thought it did pretty great, in all honesty. I mean, it would focus really well. I didn't really have that much focus hunting. It would focus where I would point it to. Obviously the camera that I was using it with was really great, but the quality that came out of the camera from this lens as well, it just honestly surprised me pretty well. This was an up close kind of shot that I took that really liked how it just turned out, how sharp it was, shooting really up close to my wife's face. So viewing that kind of like video itself to me was something really cool to see when it came down to the low light capabilities of this lens. Not sure if many of you plan to get this lens because it's, I guess, maybe a little bit heavier, pricier, whatever, but so far, honestly, I've condensed all my gear to just using this and my 17-28 that I'm currently filming with, and just kind of bringing that along with me when it comes onto video for photos. And as well, I mean, the only other kind of piece of gear that wouldn't be this would be my drone. I used that for my last video where we went kind of on that little kind of camping trip thing. So that was basically all I was able to use with that. So, and for the most part, I filmed with only this. And now coming down for the low light capabilities of it, I think it's a really cool little lens that you can do a lot of versatile things with it. I think that with the f2 at 35 gradually going up to the f2.8 is more than enough to let enough light when it comes down to low light capabilities, because I know a lot of people tend to go with the primes that go to the 1.4, some 1.2, 1.8, but with this lens, comparing it with other lenses that I've had that are prime, I don't really kind of feel the need that I would have to go with a prime in low light situations, as well with how cameras have evolved so much, like with the A7S III and now the A7 IV that came out. Basically still waiting on mine because I want to test it out, but with how like technology has improved, even with the A7 III with the low light capabilities, f2 and f2.8 is more than enough. Obviously, yes, it could help out a little bit more extra light having, but you're also going to have a lot more, kind of softer look because it can't focus on as much things. And even shooting at f2 with this was pretty sharp in my opinion. So that's something to consider when it comes down to basically shooting in low light capabilities with this lens itself. Now, overall, the experience with it was phenomenal. I actually liked using it a lot when it came down to kind of just being able to just zoom into what I needed to, where there was like something farther away and didn't have to move as much, and I didn't have to kind of intervene with people as much to get them out of my way, or if I would have to kind of like go around the people or whatever. It's just something that really helped me out to just be able to focus on creating my composition. What did I want to like capture with the lens itself? Because I mean, going to 150, it does give you a good range when it comes down to this lens, and being able to be at a 35, that's a really good sweet spot in my opinion when it comes down to this lens itself. So that's something that I personally liked a lot whenever I was using it for this video, and hopefully it's something that will help you kind of know more about this lens. I know a lot of people have been covering their own little things, but this is just something that I felt was kind of cool to be able to do. So if you want me to try out anything with this lens, leave me a comment down below and I'm more than happy to see what I can come up with and make another video with more details that you would like to for me to like cover and for you like to see. So don't be shy, leave a comment down below and I'd be happy to do that. This lens has been pretty phenomenal since I got it, and I really am excited to be putting it to more use. So I'm really just kind of enjoying and testing out random things with it. So next thing that comes of it, I'll see what I can come up with that I want to try out and just bring along with me so you can see as well. But with all that said and done, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, share this video with a friend. I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.